Good evening. Welcome to the Irish Column. I'm Paul Fitzsimons. It's the 14th of June 2026. I don't know who will be joined by tonight. I've put out the feelers to a few people there tonight, so we'll see what's going on. I'll go through a couple of the comments there. You can see me thing behind me. That's me green screen. I have to move that way. I just can't get it to fix. Stay there, you bastard. Look, you go too far and then it's bastard. There's a cut underneath me there. But yeah, we've lots to talk about there. And we've seen the EU Migration Pact came in. And I'm going to be honest with you. You love her or you hate her. Gemma O'Doherty, she spoke about this in 2019 and everything she said has come true. Some people think she's mad. You know what I mean? I just seen one there. Hi, Paul, you're looking gorgeous. Thank you very much, Michael John. There's a reason for that. I'll tell you in a minute. Evening all. Good evening, Jane. Hi there, Paul. Hi, everyone. How are you? Michael John. Hi, hello, ladies. I'm using my quotes from RuPaul's Drag Race after watching Mama Ru herself. No tea or shade, no pink lemonade. Okay. Greetings, Paul and chat. Good evening, Vintage Jude. How are you? Hi, everyone. Hope you're all well. How are you, Daniel? How are you, mate? Yeah, all good. I have a line with me, Hall Martin, Swimmer Harris, the 5 Gs, and good God, get a grip, girl. Stop. Oh, this RuPaul shit. There's a reason why I don't watch it, Michael. You know what I mean? World Cup, well done. Good evening, all. Good evening, John. How are you, mate? All good. Liz Pepper, Dinner. How are you? Yeah. Evening, folks, young and old, and fit out. Thank you very much. That's not a filter, by the way. I'm going to be honest with you there. I was at a farmer's market today, and I bought that the beef tallow stuff. Tell you, man, it's good shit. It's great shit now. I'm not messing with you. Under my eyes and all it went. And hey, listen, let's try anything, won't we? Like, you know what I mean? Hi, Paul. Looking guards, we got that one all right. Looking well, Paul. And hi, all. How are you, Mickey? Tip, how are you? In fairness, Gemma is right on a lot of things. Liz, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a fan of Gemma's, like, you know what I mean? I'm not like the rest of them think she's nuts and everything else. Okay, she can be nuts on some things, and I know one or two stories that she has been nuts on because I knew one of the stories and I knew it wasn't true what she was saying, you know? So, okay, there's a couple of stories, but there's only a couple, like, let's be honest about it, you know what I mean? And she goes on a bit about different things and the whole lot about different attacks, and she dissects things, but that's her job. She's a journalist. That's what she sees. So she's only telling you what she's seeing and what she thinks it is. You know what I mean? It's her opinion at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And opinions are like arseholes. Everyone has one. You know what I mean? The same way as I'm here tonight and I'm giving you my opinion. You know what I mean? Of what I think of the shite that's going on all around the country. And it just so happens we're all of the same opinion. And I hit my mic there. Sorry about that. Lads are flying there. We're up to nearly 300 there already. Let me just put up the banners there. Okay, you can get us. You can watch us live on X at FitzyDub, Anthony L. Casey at Rugamorph27. You get us on YouTube at The Irish Column, at Gale Force Media, and on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons. And you'll also get us on the web at www.galeforcemedia.com. You can also send in a text into the show if you want. 089-203-1521. That's 089-203-1521. You can also email us at galeforcemedia26@gmail.com. galeforcemedia26@gmail.com. Thank you very much. What more comments we got there? Good evening, all. Good evening. Good evening, all. We had a brilliant day there yesterday at the Marian and Eucharistic procession. Well done. I seen there was a big protest up the north, and in solidarity for Noreen O'Shea is on the button. Team looking for people to sign up with Digital Wallet because Digital ID is coming in August. Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. They tried to sign me up the other day. I think I was trying to buy something off it, and it tried to get me to, yeah, to do something like that, to sign up for it. It didn't say digital wallet, it said something else. I should have. I did twig it, but didn't pay much attention. I just came back out of it, like, you know. Her documentary on Mary Boyle was very well done. Yes, very well done. And she hit a lot of nerves there, and she got close to. I think she got too close. That's why she had to be taken out. And that's just my opinion. Again, like, I've been following Gemma for years, like, you know what I mean? I really have, like, you know what I mean? I thought she was hard done by a few things that has happened, like, you know what I mean? And people shunning her, and listen, it's not my place to be talking about other people's things that happen to other people, but I like her. So I have friends of mine who'll tell me, "You're fucking nuts," you know what I mean? She's crazy, she's this, she's that. I'm sorry, I like her. I like the way she works. I like she investigates you, you know. So hey, kudos to her. I'm actually gonna play the video now. Where are we? Boom, 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 boom. This is from 2019, guys.
What are we doing inviting the world and its mother into Ireland when we cannot look after our own people? And when you start to study the statistics, you see that 1 in 3 social housing units is going to a non-national. Our resources in terms of healthcare and education are also being used by people who are coming here at a time when we are not able to look after our own people properly. You can't have open borders when you can't look after your own people. I've spent a lot of time travelling around Ireland talking to communities very rural communities that feel very threatened. And of course, rural Ireland is the heart of Ireland because our cities have become so multicultural that they don't even feel Irish anymore. You go into a shop or a hotel and the chances are you will not be served by an Irish person. So rural Ireland is where you get the real Ireland still. So people are very frightened. If you speak out in any way, shape or form against migration in this country, you are immediately called a racist, a fascist, a neo-Nazi. It's disgusting. This is all being done because there's big money behind mass immigration into Ireland, as there is across Europe. It's terrifying for rural Ireland, terrifying. And they see their towns and villages changing utterly. They see mosques going up. They see, you know, things that to them are just completely alien, and they feel under attack, and they have every reason to. We have one tiny little island to call home. That's all we have. I'm sorry, but Ireland should be for the Irish people due to the nature of our very unique culture, the fact that we were colonized for nearly a millennium. We fought hard for our independence. Now we have it, 100 years, and what are we doing? Giving it away again. Makes no sense.
There you go. She's hit the nail on the head there. You know what I mean? She's told you everything what's happened, how many people are getting houses. This is going on years. You know what I mean? And the last, 4 years, this has erupted. That, like 2022, when the migrants went into East Wall, that's when all these immigration shit happened and the whole lot and all the protests and everything else. This has been going on for years. They've been moving people into different areas all around the country. You look in Mayo, you look Limerick, Cork, you know what I mean? You have them moving all around the country in dribs and drabs. Okay. And if you look at RIP.ie for your village, there's probably about 6 or 8 old people have died in that village in the last 6 months. And they're moving these new to the parish in to take the eye off what's going on. Like, let's not forget, people, there's nearly 30,000 excess deaths over the last couple of years. You know what I mean? Then people had to be replaced. And this is exactly what's happening, like, you know? They're bringing these Romans in, they're bringing all sorts in, you know what I mean? And they're just planting them into your community, leaving them there, and hoping there's no kickback. If there is kickback, then they'll move them back out there, because that happened in Coolock a couple of weeks ago. A Roma family were getting a house. The people went up and protested. We did a couple of videos up there, and lo and behold, an Irish couple got it. So people power does work, like, you know. Is there any part of Ireland that is truly safe anymore? No, Michael, there's not. I'm being honest with you, Michael. There's nowhere in Ireland safe anymore. Pamela Doyle, heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking, like, you know. O'Loughlin is a new world order operative sitting in France thinking she can dictate to those of us on the front line. Okay, Aisling O'Loughlin, I get who you're talking about here now. Yeah, well, listen. She was the darling of TV3, you know, and now all of a sudden she's not the darling of anyone, apparently, you know what I mean? So I have spoke to her a few times. I think she's all right, you know what I mean? But I get where you're coming from there, yeah. Let me go through a couple more of these. She paid a heavy price for helping Maurice McCabe, losing her husband, lost her job because of her. Losing her husband, he lost his job because of her. She asked Maurice to help on other cases and he never replied. Yeah, she did. She was the one that helped him, yeah. And I'll be honest, the Maurice McCabe thing opened my eyes to a lot of things, to what's going on around and how things function and how things work, because I was going through a bit of shit a while ago, and listen, I have recordings of lies that was told about me and how things were set up and who set things up, and like I have it all, you know what I mean? So thanks to Maurice McCabe, that's being honest with you. And I did say that to the person. I said, Maurice McCabe was right. I said, you were right about Maurice McCabe. And I don't think she copped what I was talking about, but hey. But yeah, record everything now. You're ringing anybody, if you're ringing any of these government offices or guards are talking to you or anything, that you record everything. End the story. Because they can say anything. They can change statements. Allah is the Antichrist, yeah. Our little London has been destroyed legally on our watch. Now that collective consciousness is finally woken to the legal realm of no morals, man and woman have work to do. HTTP. Okay, what's that, Elizabeth? There's a webpage there. People go and have a look at that. Evolution, not revolution. Okay, so that's https://fb.watch/HGNWSLHM_K/. Okay. I don't know what it is. It could bring you to a porn, so I don't know. But there you go. She put it up. I was listening to Gemma last night. God bless her. She believes everything is a psyop. Yeah, I know, but I don't think Parnell Square was a psyop. I don't know. There's a few things that don't add up with a few different things that's gone on around here. You know what I mean? It's like some of the stuff that's happened has been conveniently happening so as the government can force through legislation and everything else. So it's not outside the realms of, you know, what Gemma is actually saying. Like, you know what I mean? People do this. Like, there's a lot of money involved in what's going on here in illegal immigration and everything else. Like, so, no, an awful lot of money. It's not just a couple of million. Like, it's billions. Like, this is $1 billion empire. This is, like, you know what I mean? Look how many billions we spent last year. Money laundering through this, that, and the other, you know. 2.4 billion. It'll be the same this year. Last year and the year before, I think it's something like 6.8 billion in the last 3 years. Like, that's mental money. Go through some of these comments there. Gemma's no better than Mary Lou. She had a chance. She blew it. Okay. I did hear about the political party. I didn't know what happened. I didn't look into it. I'll be honest with you. I used to listen to some of her stuff. I never really got back. I'd say about a year ago, she did a story on something and I knew it was untrue, and I thought, there's no need for that. And I just didn't bother listening anymore. You know what I mean? I might drop in the odd time and listen, but yeah, she's correct on everything. She has been correct on lots of things. Any news on that man in Leitrim? Who? Liam, is it? Hello and good evening, Paul. I hope the people in the chat are well. Yes. Liam, is it? I don't know. Now, we heard that his mother sold the bog from under their nose in 2023. Don't know how true that is. I didn't look into it. I just heard from the way you hear things, you know what I mean, from different people. And then I heard he has a Drawden there that's his, that wasn't actually his part, wasn't actually sold with the land, and Borden and Mona are trying to claim that it was, and he has deeds there and stuff there to say that it wasn't. So fair play to the chap for fighting his court. Like, I was actually in the court last year when the first day he was up when they brought him in. We were in the court, in the High Court for Coolock, and he was brought up and he was in his walking gear and the whole lot. I thought, Jesus, he's coming to court. And I didn't realise the chap had come from the bog, like, you know what I mean? They had issued him with this and he came straight up and did what he had to do. And, well, I'm not taking this. And you knew by him, I knew by him from that day, he wasn't taking this shit, like, you know what I mean? Especially, no way, he wasn't taking it lying down. And, yeah, listen, fair play to him. If it's his land, it's his land. Fair play. I commend him for that. You keep fighting. What's yours is yours. 86-year-old woman severely beaten, then beheaded in rural France a few days ago. 44-year-old homeless German woman beheaded in Florence a week ago. Suspect in custody. Paul Murphy is 80% right half the time. Paul Murphy. Paul Murphy is probably right about lots of things, to be honest with you. But I just can't stand Paul Murphy. He's a dirty, lefty scumbag. And I'm sorry. He can be right about lots of things. I just don't give a shit. Hi, Denny. Hi, everyone. Yeah, what's this there? Daniel Farrell, new IT and tech jobs are not for the Irish. Yes, we are being squeezed out. There's no jobs for the Irish anymore. There's no jobs. I'm being honest with you. But I'm going to be honest with you. I was speaking to a guy yesterday. I was at the mini league finals yesterday for Verona boys. Great club, so big up to Verona boys. They put on a great spectacle, I have to say. They had 850 kids there last week for the whole week, from Friday to the following Saturday. Wow, very well organised, great football club. My two kids now, Harry's playing with them, Shakira's after joining them, so yeah, well done. And it's great, the talent from all Dublin 15 comes out. You have Cardiff, Hartstown, Huntstown, Castleknock, Cloney United. Like, they all come together and play in the mini leagues. It's really good. Like, and then you have scouts coming from different clubs looking to get, that's really well done. It really is well done. Fair play to the lads up around. Well done. It was very well done. Yeah, the IT jobs. Yeah. But as I said, I was talking to a guy up there yesterday and he owns a couple of shops. And he told me, he said, Paul, I'd be lost if it wasn't for Indians and Mauritians and whatever. He said, the Irish people won't take the jobs. He said, they just will not take the jobs. I said, and what's the wages like? He said, it's fucking a good wage. He said, like, wages is wages. He said, I have to pay what the rate is. So that was him telling me that, you know what I mean? He said, I'd rather I had Irish people. He said, but I just can't get Irish people. So I don't know. Gemma hates Gavin Pepper. She calls him yes. A lot of people went mad with Gavin's video the other day, telling illegal migration is all right once you're doing this, that, and legal migration has us fucked. You know what I mean? How many Indians are coming into the country? I know, okay, they're working, they're doing this, they're doing that, but they're also taking houses, they're taking facilities off kids that's already here, they have to move away. Sorry, no. The Enoch Bull case and the Aaron Brady case are horrific. Yeah. I dislike people that fight between one another that supposedly are on our side, sets alarms bells off for me. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I have fallen out with a few people and I'm just not working with them people anymore. That's just the way it is. I don't care. I really just don't care for these people at all. They will be outed in time. So I know what I'm here for. I know what I'm fighting for. That's all I need to know. I don't give a shit. My crew, I know what my crew is fighting for. I've Ireland Force, Shannon Nadina, and Gale Force Media. We're all fighting for this country. We're all fighting for our kids. That's what we're doing. We're in this for the right reasons. Like, none of us took the Jew money. And I know we'll probably get taken off the air now because I'm talking about Jews, but trust me, lads, a lot of people look around you with these other media companies and who they're with and it's Jewish money. Okay. And that's all I'll say. You know what I mean? I know we were offered it and we didn't take it. So that's why we're here and they're not, when everyone is selling out, it's harder to decipher what's real and what's not. Follow the money. Yeah, exactly. Graham's back in court on the 19th. Is it this week? I thought it was July. Okay, so it's the 19th of June. Okay, so that's, let me just check there. Thanks, Christy. The 19th of June, which is Friday, next Friday. Thanks, Christy. Thanks for that. Graham Carey's back up in the High Court for sentencing, is it? Or for mention? I don't know. What's Gemma's last name? Sorry, missed the start. Gemma O'Doherty. Is it Gemma Doherty? Gemma Doherty, isn't it? Yeah. Mr. Start, the UN is the biggest human trafficking. Or yeah, we know that, Pamela. Jesus, we know that. Should look at the amount of crimes against young kids that has happened in the UN. Wasn't it the French or something? There was 30 of them arrested or something like that, and all charges dropped for raping kids in some part of Africa. It could have been Haiti. Is your Wi-Fi bad? We are in a cosmic sun flare. The big bad flare. Yeah, okay. I got me stones today. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to send the pictures on to the Gale Force Media. That's just the messages there. Yeah. Okay, I got a video in. I got videos in from people, and it was actually John. John, can you get on to me and verify this and let me know? I can't play stuff like that until stuff is verified. You know what I mean? I really can't. I'm leaving myself wide open, John. But let me just 2, 3, yeah. Yeah, so as I said, farmers market. We'll go with videos now in a few minutes. Gemma O'Doherty. Yeah, sorry, Gemma O'Doherty. Pamela, yeah, it's O'Doherty. Yeah, I'll go through this. 7-year-old girl was stabbed in Burnley yesterday, Paul. The public beat the black and brown police showed up, still haven't released his name or background because he's a foreigner. They don't release their names if they're foreign. If he was an Englishman, his name would be all over the place. The same as if he's an Irishman, his would be all over the place. And just if anyone got that video there from Cannon, your woman, there was a woman went up and knocked on Cannon's door last night at 12 o'clock and asked him why he was doing all he was doing, like, and he got a bit afraid, and then he started getting ticked because he was recording her. You know, he's a scumbag. He should be ran out of this country. Same with John Waters. That showed what he did was disgraceful. Same with John Waters. That show. Which one was that now? Was this the one he had a few people on a few weeks ago? I haven't seen it. Did it stop or did it finish? I thought he only did 1 or 2 a month or something like that. I didn't. He wouldn't be like us now. We do 2 a week. You know what I mean? But I don't think so. The J's are flying here. Good evening. Good evening. Blessing says no. The guy that was unalive, Paul. No, the guy that was unalive, Paul. Okay, don't know how. What about them girls that were attacked up the country? There's girls getting attacked everywhere, guys. Dublin activist Graham back in court on the 19th. Yeah, okay. You did say that. Judge was disgusted with the maps and statements from security guards adjourned until Tuesday, and security have to attend. Was this from? This is the one from your man, is it? The judge was disgusted with the maps and statements from security guards adjourned until Tuesday, and security have to attend. Is this for what happened outside Ireland? I don't know what you're talking about there, Angie. No, I'm not seeing that in there. I went back through them there. Will the gorgeous Anthony be coming on later? I don't know. I'd say he's in the comments there. He might. Will the gorgeous Anthony be coming on later? Even a part-time summer jobs are most likely to take. Guys, I told you this on Wednesday night. I went and got strawberries, and a foreign fella sold me the strawberries. Like, that's the jobs there youngsters used to do. You know what I mean? And there's no jobs here for them anymore. There's no houses for them here anymore. There's nothing here for them. It's like you started just breeding them to get them out of the country and bring in these people. Like, again, my opinion. Pamela Doyle, 6 out of 10 jobs in Ireland are filled by foreign nationals. Yeah. It was in the news. We were allowed to know. Yeah. I'd say it's more than 6. I'd say it's more than 6. Who's sending me a message? Okay. I'm going to show you these. This is what I got today, right? Right, you see this at the farmers market. And I'll fill you in more on this in the world. But yeah, see that there? Look, that's me little pouch I got them in, right? There they are there. Look. The 7 stones, and they go down your body and you sort your shit out. That's what he said. So listen, he gave a good spiel. And Harry got 3 as well. I was there with the umpire today. We stopped by for about an hour, and I got them, yeah. And hang on, I'm clicking the wrong bleeding thing. So, and there's the stuff there. Look, Clan Tallow, it's called. Clan Tallow, Estate of 2020, luxury skincare, right? That's it there. And there, that's them all together looking good like that. There is their luxury, rich, nourishing, restorative net weight 60 grams. Now that I have to say, I used it earlier and it's nice. There is the QR code, guys. If you just want to hit that QR code, or I'll put it up again later on, but that's where you go onto that, you go onto the website and you can see everything that they have. They've a lot of shit, like, you know what I mean? And as I said, look, I'm starting to look like my younger brother here. I thought it was Davey doing this show here, but I'm joking. But yeah, guys, there you go. So if you are interested in it, there you go. It's good stuff. Yeah. It's Clan Tallow. That's what it's called. Clan Tallow. CLANNTLLOW. Yeah, luxury skincare. I have to say, I was going with another one and I tried this one and I thought, oh yeah, I like this one better, yeah. So that's what I went with. I'm getting loads of stuff. Woman who, here we go. Yeah. Okay. I'll pull that down in a minute. Thanks very much for that. I watched that video earlier. It was fucking brilliant. Brilliant, I have to say. Yeah. And do you ever see what's his name? Carl. He's very, I like him. I think he's funny. A lot of people I know, he's not even funny, that fella, you know. I think he's very funny. It's good the way he does Leo the Leader and everything else, you know what I mean? Okay, let me just download. Yeah. Come on. Copy link. Get over there. And it's great that you can do this on the fly, you know what I mean? But just watch how our leaders are siding with the Muslims. The plan is clear and obvious. You look at Sinn Féin, you know what I mean? Yeah, Paul Murphy was in reference to Gemma's account. Oh, yeah. Even the nightclubs are not employing security. How the fuck can we get guarded vetted hair? Yeah, listen, it's crazy, man, isn't it? Like, these guys are going in and getting security jobs. They can't even speak English. No English. You know what I mean? That's bollocks. Taxi drivers are getting taxis and they can't even speak English. They're carrying knives around in the car for peeling their fruit. Come on, boys. You have the Sikhs walking around with the ceremonial things. And like, there was a guy stabbed in England last week with one of them, you know what I mean? I think by two Sikhs done him, like, you know what I mean? But it's okay for them. Like, what if you had all the guys who smoke pot in the country just turn Rastafarian? Can they drive around well, it's my religion, I can do what I want, you know? That's not how it works. The law's the law. You know what I mean? Come on. Doesn't matter what color you are. The law is the law. You have to abide by the law. Oh God, I have to say, it's just annoying. I have to say, Anthony put out a good video. I'm gonna pull it down there now. Or did I pull it down already? Anthony put out a very good video. Well, I thought it was good. Because I'm biased, you know what I mean? So yeah. Didn't actually pull it down, yeah. Where are we? Sent it to myself. Yeah. That's the one I want as well. But that's not pulling down. Somebody sent me in something to play and I didn't get it. Yeah. We will. I think I'll move on to Ben Scallon, was it? Yeah, Ben Scallon. Talking about what had happened, and this fella Shane. Yeah. Okay. That was just Suzanne Delaney's video. I'll play that in a few minutes. But I'm gonna just play the Ben Scallon one here, where your man is asking him about about social media and how we can stop the far right, and I like Ben's answer.
Ben Scallon, particularly in relation to social media, do we need to do more to stop this organisation of violence and unrest on social media?
I think if anybody is engaging in criminal activity, the Gardaí are already well equipped to deal with that. They've said that themselves. Taoiseach Simon Harris has said that himself. So, of course, needless to say, it goes without saying, people should not be rioting. My own mother is an immigrant from Jamaica, so I, more than most people, have an interest in condemning violent scenes like that. But I also think it's important to note that the reason people are venting and infuriated in real life and on social media is because what's happened is outrageous. That doesn't justify any kind of violent response to an incident like this. Clearly it's wrong. But we are living in a country where it feels like beheadings or semi-beheadings are becoming normal. Just a couple of years ago,
facts to back that
just
up.
a couple of years ago, we saw the Aidan Moffat and Michael Snee tragedy in 2022. 2 men beheaded in Galway, or Sligo, should I say?
Yeah, we also had a case.
When in Ireland have we seen cases like this?
Ben, we also had a case last week of a man in Northern Ireland, a man who was born in Northern Ireland, being sentenced to 31 years for the murder of his partner and her.
Yeah, that's terrible. We're talking about beheadings.
Sorry, it was in a frenzied attack.
Yeah, that's terrible.
The judge said so frenzied it wasn't able to determine the cause of death. There wasn't any rioting on the streets in response to that.
Yeah, what I'm specifically, the point that I'm making is that there is a qualitative difference in the kind of violent escalation that we're seeing in these random crimes. Parnell Square, where obviously children are being stopped.
We're not talking about Parnell Square. That's before the courts.
What we're talking, I'm not talking about anything regarding the courts. I'm talking about victims who are injured in that case.
We're
That's
not
all.
talking about it. Okay,
you could talk about Aisling Murphy. You could talk about any number, Capel Street, a Garda being stabbed.
All right. Harry McGinn, very quickly, are you sceptical that we can clamp down on social media companies?
Yeah, I think this conversation is happening in a bubble. I think Garrett represents a government which has a woefully unpopular immigration policy, and I think that Adele represents an NGO which is heavily funded by the state, and according to the Irish Human Rights and Equality Commission, various social funds from different government departments.
Let Adele respond. Let Adele respond to that.
We have audited accounts. You're very welcome to look at them. They're there. Yeah.
Okay, let her respond, please.
I mean, we're an organisation that gets funded from lots of different sources. Our audited accounts are on our website.
Okay, and anyone can check those out if they want to.
We're going to Commission Man's self-stated purpose with many of the grants that it gives out and so on is to support local media and local journalism. And then with the other hand, they're obviously taking away. And I actually think that I would agree with a lot of what Harry said about the size of Commission Man being an issue. I think that they are a malign force when it comes to journalism in the round, in the sense that once you start to get to a situation where outlets are reliant on state funding.
I think it's unfair to describe them as a malign force. I mean, there may be an issue about cost. In what way could they be seen as a malign force?
Well, I was explaining it until you cut me off. What I'm saying is that I think outlets becoming dependent on a state agency or a regulator in order to continue to function is not good for those outlets, and I don't think it's good for the media landscape overall.
Okay.
People posted they don't like Ben and this, that, and the other. I think Ben's all right, like, you know what I mean? But I think Grip is due money as well, so, you know, I don't know. But Ben was one of the founders of the Irish Freedom Party. Like, Ben, they founded the Irish Freedom Party in 2018. They fell out with Herman as well. Isn't that mad? Marie, the Parnell Square, all brushed under the carpet. I know it's in the courts, but he can say much and anything small Ben says he shot down. Yeah, them yokes in the panel just make me so, they make me so angry as well. As he said, an NGO sitting there. You know what I mean? Like, did he bring on the Irish Refugee Council or whoever else they bring on the wheel out for this sort of shit? Like, you know what I mean? Not one of them is talking about an actual beheading that happened up the north. You know what I mean? Like, there was a reason why this shit happened. Like, it didn't just happen overnight. Like, a guy actually tried to take the head off a man last Monday night, and this has not been spoke about enough in the media. It's disgusting. It really is. Like, you had Michelle O'Neill come out and she wouldn't talk to Doogie, whatever his name is, of GB News, told me it was fake news. You know what I mean? Yet these are the same people who slag off Trump for saying that to CNN. You know, the irony of it, like, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, like, you know what I mean? Ben 10, Virgin Media 0. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Paul, Graham Carey is looking for someone to go live on Friday week and cover his sentencing date. He obviously can't, but is looking for someone to give it coverage. Yeah, well, listen, leave it with me. Yeah, I'll have a chat. Contact me there. No problem, Rich. Give me a ring there. There's the number. There's the number there. 0892031521. Just give me a shout. Give me a ring after the show or whatever, and we'll have a chat. All right? No problem. If I can't do it, I'll have someone there, but I'm sure I should be able to do it. That's no problem. I'm away then. No, I'm not away. Not this Friday. Next Friday, is it? Okay. Yeah, leave it with me. If I can't, I'll have someone there live to do it. Don't you worry. Ben 10. Yeah, the media is driving this insanity. Yeah, the media are doing everything. Like, Jesus. You only have to look. Okay, that's not working. You only have to look at what's being pushed. Nothing is being spoke about. You know what I mean? As I said, the beheading. There's nobody talking about the beheading. You know what I mean? There's no lefties talking about the beheading. And then you have women getting killed up and down the country, women getting attacked up and down the country. As I said, I got a video in there a few minutes ago, and I got pictures in a few minutes ago of an alleged attack in Mullingar. Now, the man who sent it to me said that he had receipts and the whole lot, but I really can't put stuff like that out unless I see I talk to someone who has, you know, he said, she said, doesn't work. You know, I'm sorry, it just doesn't. These bastards are making money out in borders. Yeah. I like Ben, but no idea why he's involved with Grip Media. But I guess there isn't many other options out there. Well, he can come and join Gale Force Media if he wants. Ben is brilliant. Go, Ben. Yeah, I like Ben. I do like Ben. Irish Inquiry covering the Parnell trial. Yeah. Susanna's all over it. The Quran 47.4. Yeah. What is the Quran 47.4? Let's have a look. Oh, Quran 47.4. Google. Yeah. Not the war. Everything is the World Cup. Q-U-R-A-N 474 in English. Okay, let's have a look. Verse 4. Oh, that's 444. No. Okay, hang on. No, that's not it. Let's see what the meaning is. The meaning. Okay. Quran 47.4, Surah Muhammad outlines the rules of engagement during a conflict. It commands Muslims to strike in its self-defense until the enemy is subdued, after which captives should be taken and either released unconditionally as an act of grace or freed through ransom. This verse is widely discussed for its rules regarding wartime and captives. Key aspects of this include wartime context. The phrase, when you meet those who believe, refers specifically to an active declaration battlefield situation where early Muslims faced accidental threats and attacks rather than day-to-day social interactions. Strike at the necks. Where have they been striking at? The Parnell attacks struck at their necks. You know what I mean? Then you had the guy up in Stony Batter last year, tried to cut their throats. You had your man doing the same in Belfast. So you strike at their necks. The instruction to strike at their necks is a classic Arabic idiom for decisive direct combat aimed at neutralizing armed threat, rather than a sadistic or indiscriminate call for violence. Treatment of captives. After an enemy's fighting capability is broken, prisoners of war must be secured. The verse specifies two humane options: freeing them without conditions or releasing them upon payment of a ransom, of a fidyan. Divine purpose. The verse notes that God could have defeated the oppressors instantly himself, but ordained armed struggle as a test of faith, courage, and sacrifice for both parties. There you go. That's it. The strike to the necks. Yeah, that's exactly, Paul. NGO, non-government organisation, yet funded by the government. All of these NGOs are funded by Pobble, and Pobble is a government organisation. You go on to any of their websites and you go in and look at who their partners are. Pobble. All Pobble. I done a thing on this about 2 years ago. Mick the Git did something on it as well, and I followed up on that, and I done a thing as well. I had loads of different ones. All Rethink, Pave Point, the traveling community ones, that Pave Point one, all the Pride ones and all the trans ones are all Pobble. That is Pobble is the agency, the government agency that gives all the European money out to everything around the country. Yep. So, keep your friends close, but your enemies even closer. Yeah. Leo Varadkar looked very uneasy and shifty when Ben Scallon was there. Because he couldn't answer Ben. You know, mainstream media is long gone. Who in their right mind would watch that? I don't watch. I do watch it in passing. I worked in Egypt. They hated me. I was working on oil burners in Aztlan. Yeah. Varadkar makes my skin crawl. Yeah. Ask as O'Gorman. Yeah. I was only talking to a guy yesterday. How did O'Gorman get back in up there? Sharia law terrifies me. Yes, but they're going to be, listen, these Muslim guys are joining the police force, lads. Like, they think Sharia law is the law. Like, you know what I mean? That's the law they want to come into this country. If enough of them take over the police force and all the Irish lads leave, the Garda sergeants and whatever else will be all Punjabs and bleeding Mohammeds. And then they bring in Sharia law. Like, wake up and smell the coffee, lads. You know what I mean? Like, these guys aren't changing their religion. They're not coming in as Catholics or Christians or anything like that. They're coming in as fucking Muslims. And Muslims, when they get in, they're all quiet now, lads. Look what happened in England. They were all quiet until they got the majority, and now they have every council captured in the UK. Every major city's mayor is a Muslim. Come on, lads. You know what I mean? They're arguing about transphobe or Islamophobia in the House of Lords. Jesus Christ, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a Christian country. Get out. I find it rather perturbing for the so-called men to refer to other men as good-looking Michael John. Give it a rest, will you? For fuck's sake. Leave him alone, will you? He's only having a bit of crack. Agree, sheepdog. Listen. I suppose I'm on the receiving end of it, so I'm happy. I watched the program on YouTube about this unalive people and the man of the north. The host was talking about symbolism of that Sudanese monster, local people. Yes, they're nuts. Our politicians have lost all moral values. It trickles down to awful decisions. We, the Irish people, aren't forced anymore. No. It's not letting me off at all now tonight for some reason. It's gone all tits up on me. GAA Robin Bastards, RTE not showing some championship matches this summer and can be viewed on stream. Who fans have to pay to watch? Contact me, Rich. I know a man who knows a man. But the GAA, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't been to a Dublin match in years. I won't go into Croke Park at all anymore since the Muslim shit. You know what I mean? Now, it was probably happening then, but it wasn't brought to me attention, and it wasn't as big a thing. If you look, the only last 3 or 4 years, it's they've been televising it and in your face, like, you know what I mean, letting you know, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I haven't been to a match, and I won't be. The Dubs get to the final, I won't go to the match either. All coming in are ISIS in wolf's clothing. Yes, there's a video there from, okay, hang on, Corky. I was sent in a video earlier. Breaking news. What's this breaking news? Breaking news. Where's this now? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna just read this now. I got something sent to me there. This is a scumbag who approached the child, pulled out a bottle of oil, and asked if the child wanted to rub it on him. He was suspected to be carrying a weapon on him. By the time I managed to catch up, he was at Hassett's Cross, and there are cameras all around, so I couldn't really do anything. The incident happened at 5:30. Well, let me just have a look here. Okay, this is your man. I'm just gonna read out what I have here. This has been sent in to me. Yeah. I'm gonna share this. Packets That's Carlo, I think, is it? Yeah, this is the guy here. This is him. That's the picture of him. And let's go with this. Lads, if you have any young girls down around by Tesco's, watch at the watch house, okay, Cross, please be very careful. I came out of Tesco's and an African man asked me, had I a lighter? I said no, and I went to my car and he followed me to my car and started shouting, fuck you. Lucky enough, my call was quick enough to press the lock button for the doors in the car, and I just drove away. I know we all say we'll snap and do this and do that, but I got the fright now. I won't lie. Just be careful. Okay. And what's this one? This is a video. Let's see this.
Hey,
There's your man there.
come here. Did you just approach children up the road?
No, I keep starting asking the money. Listen to children, I said, look, only me.
I'm telling you, you ever come into my house, you ask money. I'm telling you, you ever fucking come around on the street, you ask money
I
from
couldn't
me.
give a fuck.
You ever come around on the street?
I not do what they say. Couldn't give a bollocks. Keep going.
Don't ever come back into this area.
Back in the phone.
Good, fucking come back. Bring a few of them, will ya? Cheeky bollock.
So there we go. That was him. Hackett. I don't know. I think that's Carlo. Yeah, I think that's Carlo. That's breaking news. That's only that happening there now in the last few minutes. I think it's Carlo, is it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would have won yesterday. That was yesterday. The Tesco one with the black fella approaching the woman. Is it too late, folks? It's never too late. You're right. You're right, Paul. Once they get a foot in the door, they take over. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Somebody sent me in that Canon video there. Where the bleeding hell is it? Didn't open for me. Photo, what's that? Tubbercurry County Sligo. There you go, lads. Right here. If you're stuck for a solicitor in Tubbercurry County Sligo, there you go. Good Irish solicitors. Chowd Hurry and Co. solicitors. Immigration solicitors. Strictly by appointment only. Service call 089. Email chysolicitors@gmail.com. Yeah. So that's in Tubbercurry. Okay. And then we have, this is what Mick O'Keefe yesterday. Clonakilty, County Cork is a small Irish town with a population of less than 6,000. Let that sink in. 6,000. As of yesterday, the mayor of Clonakilty is a Bangladeshi man named Yusuf Janabanli. Look at this shit. Look, independent Ireland all over it. Look. Lads, trust me, we're not doing well. Jamaican Cannon guy got a right hiding. Why is Carey being dragged through the courts? Yes, I agree with you, Eddie Powell. Jamaican Cannon guy got a right hiding. Why is Carey being dragged through the courts when this guy is the most racist guy in the country and still free? He needs to be deported. Yes, he does need to be deported. I've been saying this all along. Yeah. Abide the law in the land. Exactly. Rich Foreign. Lads, give it a rest. Michael John's only having a laugh. Come on, like, some of the comments are not nice. Yeah, I know. Michael John's only having the crack. Like, who the fuck is putting them in? That's just a couple. Don't worry about it. Clonakilty, for fuck's sake. I know, man. I'd never eat pudding again. Brings a whole new meaning on black pudding in Clonakilty, doesn't it? Oh, God. Did you get the painting done? Yeah, what the fuck has happened to this country? I know. Did I not just have Casey there? Yes, right. Sorry. Canon clip sent again. Okay, thank you very much. To where? Oh, that's who we are. Copy. Yeah. Oh. No. I'm gonna play this Canon one. That's not Canon's one. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here's another one. Let's go with this one. 2 o'clock today. Listen, the people want the news, you get the news. These are the people here. So today at 4:55 p.m., 2 men scoping my house looking for access points. Both men attempting numerous times to open the door handle in order to gain unlawful access. Both men peering over to look the gate at the side of the house and pointing at upper windows. You think it was a delivery order? Look at the gate at the side of the house and delivery order because they had a food cooler bag. However, it was very clearly an empty bag and he didn't want, and we also didn't order. Also, they didn't ring the bell. I would absolutely love for Deliveroo to tell me what these men want. When we asked them through the doorbell what they wanted, they said they were looking for house 728, which does not exist in the area. And they could clearly see the number on our house does not start with a 7. So there's one of them. Just make it bigger for you guys. This is from Faye Bartlow, whoever she is. There's these two there. That was from today at 4:56. And there they are again. There's a good picture of your man with Deliveroo. There he is again. So anyone knows these people? Okay. Anyone knows these people? Thanks very much for that. She didn't tell us where it was. It's Kildare town, and anyway, so it's around Kildare somewhere. This is from the Kildare Community Group. Fair play. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. Now I'll close that one. Okay. Somebody said they sent me the Canon one again. No. Obviously sent to this phone. I'll play the Canon one in a few minutes. Be nice, Michael John. Come on, Michael John. Do you prefer Clonakilty sausage or Denny sausage? The usual suspects. I prefer authentic Irish food. Me too, mate. I love a fry. Fidelma's fry in Dunshaughlin is the best fry you'll ever have in forever. God love him. Crazy times. London is kicking off and who could blame them? Yeah. Colin McMenamin. Jesus, lads, we're flying there. We're up to 600 there already. Thank you very much. Cheers. It's probably time now to throw out the Scooby-Doo. Hang on. Diggity, 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 hey. Diggity. The woman was slagging me yesterday because I was playing a song in the car. I wasn't playing it was just on. It's funny. Very funny. Share this here. If you want to buy us a coffee, you can do it through Revolut. There you go. There's the Revolut. Thank you. And you can also do it through the Boys of Coffee if you want. But there's a reason why we didn't take the due money, and there's a reason why we look for buying me a coffee, and that's because we didn't take the due money. Yeah. If we had took the due money, we'd have been just like the rest of them. Oh, yeah, it's a protest for the 27th. Seeing Malachi called one there. I'll put the poster up now in a while. And yeah. Good evening, Paolo, and everyone in the chat. Share the stream on Twitter. I hope everyone is keeping well. God bless all here. Ergobat. Thanks very much, Fergie. Cheers, mate. I'm all good, yeah. Where's Orla, Paul? Haven't seen her in a while. She took a break. She's the the young one is on holidays from school and the whole lot now, and she's doing the businesses and that. So that's She took the summer off. Well, for her, take the summer fucking off. Some of us have to keep going. But hey, listen, no, she needs a break. What's the crack, Paul? All right, Gar, how are you, mate? All good. How's things over your neck of the woods? No job here. How are you, Ferg? Clonakilty halal sausage and a solicitor for immigrants in Tubbercurry. You couldn't make it up. Oh, God. Is Councillor Glenmuir not on the show anymore? Councillor Glenmuir hasn't been on the show since. I'll be honest with you, we broke away from the IFP. Glenn was with us, and then Glenn turned and went on his heels and went back to the IFP. So I haven't spoke to Glenn since then. I met him at a protest one day up at Tussler. Spoke to him for a couple of seconds. And he's not, it's just. Cheers, Paul. Thanks for being a voice for yours, people. Cheers, Colin. Oh, seeing that there, Colin. Thanks very much. Hi, Fergus. Yeah. Flame Chef. Yeah. All good, brother. It's great that we're all here. And she's entitled to that. She works hard enough. Oh, she does, yeah. Yeah, she does. Shit, take that down. I'm sharing that two-bladed much there. Sorry, I forgot I was even up there. Din. We were talking about Michelle O'Neill. Hold on, did I pull that down? I think I did. I actually want to the Git's always good for a laugh.
August 2022 Business Post. Lowering speed limits to cut emissions would result in more deaths. September 2023. Irish Green Party Transport Minister Ryan says the science is clear on lowering speed limits for motorists, even though a report presented to his department last year found that lowering speed limits would result in more deaths. They told us speeding was the #1 cause of death on the roads in this country, especially the increase over the few years previous. I asked for evidence of this on numerous occasions, but nobody would ever give it to me. But the science is clear. Anyway, they went ahead and they lowered some of the speed limits. And now, breaking news this afternoon, Irish road deaths rise by 7%, booking downward trend across the EU. They were warned this would happen. They don't care about saving lives. They only pretend to. Speed limits are being lowered in England, Wales, Scotland, France, Germany, all across the West, all in lockstep. And it's not to save lives, it's under the guise to save lives. It's to make people more frustrated about driving and being on the road and force them onto public transport and to give up driving. You know, for their plan, you'll own nothing and be happy, and you'll be in your 15-minute city. You won't need to be on the road. And remember, it's only the first wave of speed limit reductions that has come into effect. So if they really cared about saving lives, they'd stop that now and reverse what they've already done. Maybe if they started to invest the huge amount of money that they collect on road tax into actually fixing the roads and having them safe, less people would die. My mother, for example, would be alive today if it wasn't for the state of Irish roads. The only reason they're giving us this news today is because over the coming weeks, they're going to have their so-called experts on the airwaves spouting bullshit and saying, oh, we need to bring in the next wave of speed limit reductions. Ryan and the rest of the scumbags in the Dáil that are bringing all this in have yet again more blood on their hands. The science is clear. No, actually, the only thing that's clear is all these politicians are only no-lube puppets for the global elite.
They get nails on the head all the time, doesn't he? Slowing down. And it is, like, it has done it, like, you know what I mean, over the last few years. How many, like, it's up, I think it's at 100 and something, 114 or 180 already this year, and we're only 6 months into it. And a lot of them, as I said a couple of weeks ago, are single car collisions. Like, cars just careering off the road, or a car driving into okay, the ones with one person behind the wheel veering across and hitting the lorry and getting killed. The lorry driver doesn't get killed. Okay, grand. But like, this is happening an awful lot, you know, over the last 4 years. How is it? Like, think, lads, What did we do? Like, let's be honest about it. If you get a dose of the shits tomorrow, okay, what are you going to do? You're going to think back. You're going to say, right, was it the pint of Guinness? Don't know. Was it the crisps? Was it the dinner? You know what I mean? And then peanuts. And then you think to yourself, fuck, it was the peanuts. No, you know what I mean? You deduct it. You deduct. Go back and say, what did we do 4 years ago? Well, we all know what we did, what they did 4 years ago. And we all know what has happened here. I'm going to play a video in a while here. A young girl posted up on her TikTok today, and it's about a brother who died of pancreatic cancer or prostate cancer. He's only 29. And listen, I'll let you draw your own conclusions to this, but I know the first question I'd have been asking. John Flynn, I sent the video on WhatsApp, Paul. Internet very slow. Which video did you send? I'm not seeing. Ah, there we go. Okay, I have that. Okay, yeah. I sent the video on WhatsApp, Paul. Yeah, it hasn't come through to me yet, John. Hasn't come through. When did you send it? Ruth Coppinger trying to organise Community Pride Festival parades in 2027. She's looking for a Pride Festival parade in 2027 in Blanchardstown. She'll get it too. She'll get it too. People in Blanchardstown. Okay, did you see the Pride March yesterday? There was a Pride March yesterday, and Palestinian flags were flying and rainbow flags were flying. And they're talking about how the trans community thrives in Palestine. Trans community flies. It flies in Palestine. But the only problem is they're flying off fucking buildings, lads. Trans and gay does not work with Islam. They stone you, they kill you. That's what they do. Even though half of them are fucking queer themselves and gay themselves, you know what I mean? They will stone you, and they will. That's their religion. Like Michael John, he'd be killed in Palestine. Anyone else that's in the chat there that's gay, they'd be thrown off buildings. But these gobshites are marching with them, and these yokes are looking over their shoulder going, "You're the first one to go, mate. I'm taking you out." The scum, you know what I mean? The idiots, and it's the NGO class that's pushing this shit as well. You know what I mean? What's that say? The truth is beautiful. It's like it must ring a bell, and as well. Smell the coffee, my Irish Patriots. Great to see many Irish Patriots. Derry City is Colin McMenamin. I was only talking to you in the courts a couple of months ago. Do you remember? Derry City is strong and in the fight with us all. Fair play to you. Pride Month this year seems to have more attacks and deaths than anything. Mickey did 100% ball. Cheers, Mickey. Leave Michael John alone. He's an Irish Patriot. Yeah, he is. Useful idiots. Cheers, Dennis. Yeah, dope boards with their toy boys. Yeah. It's disgusting. Like, you know what I mean? Poor Michael John. We won't let it happen. Yeah. Look what happened in Sligo. Quran 533. Yeah. The beheadings. What gay man in their right mind would support Sharia law? Exactly. Like, but what's saying woman in the right mind supports Sharia law? Like, they have no say. That's the problem. They've no say. And I said it to you the other night. I said, like, I've been in Turkey and I've been looking at them with their lady letterboxes on, all in black with their letterboxes on. They're in swimming in the water with the kids. And your man standing beside them in a pair of budgie smugglers with a fucking banana down it. Like, you know what I mean? Come on. No, I'm sorry. That's no way to live. You're saying exactly what I've been saying to my other half about the trans and pallios. Yeah, it's like ridiculous, carry on. Like, they just kill them. It's not a joke, you know what I mean? Sorry there, Drew. Queers for Palestine is the same as chickens for... Yeah, it's turkeys for Christmas. It's ridiculous, carry on. Like, I think that's stupid that they... Like, they're able to go onto the internet and post shit about us and say shit about us and everything else, but they can't go onto the internet and just look and see gays for Palestinians is a bad idea. Brussels is the enemy. Yeah. They're out of their fucking minds. Yes, they are. Evening all. My Ferg. I see Charlotte and Ireland Against Fascism Facebook page getting a laugh out of Anthony's video. She hasn't mentioned your name in a while, Paul. She loved your Sunday World pick, calling you Marley. Oh, yeah. Charlotte's see you next Tuesday. Yeah. Horrible person. Horrible person. Yeah. Yeah. So they're all giving Anthony stick. They're all giving Anthony stick. Like, you know what I mean? Anthony can't piss crooked and he's getting stick for something. You know what I mean? Everything is Anthony Casey's fault. Everything is Anthony. Climate change, Anthony Casey. Yeah, he done that. Anthony Casey. Yeah. It's too much, man. Too much. There is plenty of trans and gay people that hate that flag. No, I know that. I do. I know that. They've hijacked the flag, like, in relation to deaths on our roads. When you travel outside of Dublin, it's the dire lack of street lights. That's the problem. Yeah. Yeah. Say it like it is, Paul. I know. My dad has listened, so, and my mad has listened, so no, I won't. And the amount of texts I get in from people giving out to me for coursing, I don't see the point of them protests walking to the Dáil knowing you won't get near it. Listen, there was a good crowd. When is Malachy Stevenson protest? And will the nationalist Mercer? Yeah. Okay, I think you. Okay, so let me see. Can I find it there? I had it somewhere there. I'm not open on Twitter there. Let me just check. Facebook, Twitter. That's one thing. Yeah. Okay. Let's just see. Can I find it? I sent it to myself, but. I sent it to myself earlier, but I sent myself loads of shit. Loads of stuff. No. Oh, so why am I looking there? Just Malachy Stevenson. I won't be going. I'm away with the kids. Can't, but no, I'm not finding it there. Anyone has the thing there for the. Yeah. No, I was looking for the banner, but I can't seem to find the banner. There's a flying there, lads. Yeah, I can't seem to find the banner. If anyone has one there, watch your man there, grab a granny house scam, rearing its ugly head. Adele, I meant to contact you today. I was out with the young fella all day. I will talk to you about it, and we talk about this on the show, I think, on Wednesday, or we'll do a little thing about it, me and you, probably Tuesday. But I watched the videos. They were very good, the videos. Adele actually rang a place the other day who are giving, there you go, watch your man and grab a granny house scam, rearing its ugly head again. Yeah, Adele had them on. I was going to cut them and do them, whatever, but I think I'd rather talk to you first and we'll put them out then, because Adele actually rang this place was it Friday or Thursday or whatever day I was talking to them, and spoke to Anya Woman, gave her loads of information, you know what I mean, loads of stuff about it. And like, these people aren't vetted as Garda vetted there and everything else, you know what I mean? So yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, on me and you will talk about. I'll give you a ring tomorrow, Adele, or I have a number in my phone, Adele. I was trying to ring you today and I didn't know whether it was your number. I know one or two Adele's, and I'm sure to put yours in. And it's very serious. I know it's very serious, Adele, and I think we should do something about this. We should put this out everywhere. Yeah, I really do. Those people living that lifestyle don't look normal. No, they don't. Exactly, Sid. Great Fitz, a great video, Adele. Fantastic, but good Jesus, Scaredy. Yeah. Seen Adele's report, Scaredy. There you go with that. Everyone has seen it, so I don't need to play it tonight. Fair play. But I think we do need to talk more about it, and we need to get the word out. We really do. So Blessing says, no, Banagon to yours, Colin. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Nothing wrong with Ukrainians. There's nothing wrong with Ukrainians apart from they're driving around in cars with no tax, no insurance, no NCT, ball tires. They're getting 800 quid a month. They're all working. You know, I've no problem with them either. But that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? Adele, perfect. No problem, hon. If you can send me a text into just with your number, Adele, and it might be your number that I have there, but it's 0892031521. You can send me a text in there and I'll give you a ring tomorrow. No problem. What else you got there? It's only a matter of time. It's war on us. Listen. Well, I think they are sound. Okay, listen. There's a guy, Ukrainian guy, lives in my estate. Lovely guy. Works the whole lot. He is a nice guy. He's over here a few years. You know what I mean? He has a bit of a limp and the whole lot. So, listen. The estate where I lived in over in Clonee for 22 years, I lived there with Brazilians, Ukrainians, Russian, Lithuanians, Latvians, Nigerians. Like, it was like the United Colours of Benetton. You know what I mean? It was like, you know what I mean? And I didn't bat an eyelid about it. You know what I mean? They were just people living in the estate. You know what I mean? They were families. The kids grew up with my kids. The kids are all friends. You know? And I'm a racist. Like, yeah. A friend of mine lives in Pierce House Flats, and the residents there are getting sick of how Garda are coming in. Yeah, I've seen it. Young kid tackled the ground 2 weeks ago. I did see it. Yeah, I did see it. It's disgusting what they're doing. They're going in and doing that. I've seen videos. John Flynn, foreigners coming over can't drive and don't do the tests before they go on the roads. I heard they only just signed a contract. Yeah. Van Dijk got the scoring for Holland. Oh, no. I had a few quid in him. The government ties many hands behind the backs of those that are supposed to protect us. Just the facts. Yes. Mickey Tip, fuck off. They need to fuck off back home. Yeah. Did you see the communist gathering in Belfast with the Somalian one freaking out? Yeah. The union's outright saying they are coming for the so-called far right. Yeah. Who are these far right? Like, seriously, like, who are they? I don't know. You speak out against the government and you're far right. Paul, check the band app on Sustainability Grown. You were sent a message last week. Okay, Emma, I got a new phone. I haven't put the band app on the new phone. Okay. But hold on, my old phone started working again, so I might just plug that back in. Like, I'll go into the band app on that. I agree with you. You know what I mean? This is no messing. I got my attic done in 2018, okay? 2018. And we tried to get it done. We got the Irish lads. We got onto a few Irish places. No, we can't do this. We can't do that. We can't. And they were putting us off. And it was 23 grand for this. And an extra thing for this steady flu and whatever. Shy. Got onto a crowd, the Attic Man, it was called. And he came out doing about 18 grand. And I'm not messing. There was two. They were Latvian. I think there were two Latvian lads came in. And they were in from start to finish in 8 days. Gone. You didn't even know they were there. They were just up in the attic constantly. You had their lunch up there, came down at 5 o'clock, gone home, back in the morning at 8 o'clock. And that's, yeah. Whereas I've worked with Irish guys, and listen, they're out smoking, or they're drinking tea, or they're yapping, or, people don't want, you know what I mean? I'd hire Irish guys, we don't give a shit. Once you're doing your work, I don't give a shit, like, you know what I mean? But these guys are just so more efficient, and they get things done, and then they sit down. You know what I mean? There's none of this shit. Paul, some parent, yeah. Well, what are they going to do about that, Richie? If you don't mind, like, how are they going to do it? Like, are they going to go against the Gardaí here? Are they going to show videos and because you have to go for this. If you have videos of this, go to court. Patrick McGreal is doing videos every week. He'll help you out. You know what I mean? I'm sure Patrick will talk to you. I better again. Why don't you talk to Kirk Loco? Haven't they got cases there that he can help you with? You know what I mean? They have unlimited, well, not unlimited money, but they have money from Rebel News or something like that. So have a look. Government bringing in vacant property tax now. Wait till you see them moving into, yeah. I'm going on holiday to the Ukraine. Fair play to you. Sure, the Ukrainians are going back. They are still in the house. Gardaí just took the cannabis off them. What? Ukraine is stinking rich, yeah, we know. Let me say, we are Irish Catholics, Christian people. We can't tolerate radical Islam. They must be ousted from the country. No postmortems. Why did Jesus, would you believe this? Why did the Sinn Féin foot patrol stop? We have just voted tonight to bring the patrols back. So, yeah, I tell you what happened. A bit of shit went on behind the background. People infiltrated Sinn Féin, took people out of Sinn Féin, and just stuff happened in the background. The patrol sort of weaned off, you know what I mean? And we're going to start getting the patrols back here now. So anyone who needs us, or if you need a hand with us to set up a patrol in your area, contact us, contact me, Anthony, or any of the members, and we will help you. And then you'll be able to sort it yourself. You know what I mean? We'll get in, we'll help you get it started off, and then you keep going and doing it yourself. And it'll grow and grow and grow. More people will join us. And once you're all from the area, people will come out and join you. People don't like to see strangers coming into their area, and you know what I mean? So what we'll do is we'll go in, we'll help you for a couple of nights, organise the patrol, walk witches, and then after a week or two, you'll start to gather momentum, and the people of the area will come out and help you. And then there you are, we're all Sinn Féin, and then we're all... So yeah, watch this space. We will be talking more about it next week or the week after. Anthony will probably come on one of the nights and have a chat. Look at the videos of Iran in the 70s. Yeah. Islam, fuck off with Ukraine trolling. Yeah. Joan looking at Ireland back in the 70s. No, we never locked their doors. Yeah. Fuck off, Paul, you prick. What a way to put your own down. Why is the Ukraine men in Ireland cowards should be defending their motherlands? How's fuck off, Paul, you prick. What a way to put down your own. How do they put down your own? How do they do that? By saying that the two foreign men were more efficient than Irish workers that I've worked with. Again, told you this before at the start of the show. This is my opinion. Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone has one. You don't like it. That's just the way it is, Booker T. You know what I mean? But my experience, yeah, they were two good guys. They were two great workers, and I will commend them for that. End of. I'm not going to apologise for it. If you're already Ukrainian or a male over 18, there is no good reason. Draft dodgers. Yeah, no problem with that. Send them all off. Paul, block that. I don't block anyone. I walk alongside a Ukrainian woman who cleans. That's a very hard-working lady. Friendly, scattered the earth. It's the Muslims that I'm uncertain about. You know, show any openness to others. Yes. Listen, there's no problem in Ukraine. Those people go home. Like, it's like they probably live up in Belfast and the bombing is in Dublin. You know what I mean? So they're not being bombed. They're over here scamming. I'm sorry. Okay, sound. Thanks for answering. No problem, mate. Okay, let's import all the work required rather than sorting this shit out here. As, well, they are better. Look after them Ukrainians, etc., lads. Sure, they are only mighty lads, so they are. Yeah. Okay, let's import all to do the work. Okay, how many... like, seriously, like, you know what I mean? People don't want to work. There is people sitting at home here now on the dole who do not want to work. They just want to sponge off the state, and which they're quite entitled to do. You know what I mean? But if someone is coming in to do a bit of work for you and they're quick and efficient, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? If the Irishman won't do it, as I told you earlier on, this guy told me yesterday he owns 4 shops and he cannot get Irish staff. People don't want to work in it. They don't want to work. You go to any shop now in Dublin, any shop around the country, it's either Indians or black lads or foreign, all foreign, no Irish at all. You know what I mean? A lot of Irish do not want to work. And that's just the simple fact of it. It's the cold, hard facts, but 100%. Sinn Féin is still up and running behind the background. Keep trucking on. All happens when locals see what you were doing. Yeah, exactly. We are. We're flying in the background there. We're at the resetting and restructuring. Now the Ukrainians back home are complaining about the Indians still in the country. We'll send home all the Ukrainian men here leeching off us. That's, you know what I mean? That's not like that. Well, then if that's what needs to be done, that's what needs to be done. But that's not for me to do. You know what I mean? I'm not here to round up Ukrainian men and call out Ukrainian men. You know what I mean? That's up to the government. If that's They have to go. They have to go. You know what I mean? I'm sure when all the Ukrainian men in Ukraine are dead, they will go looking outside. You know what I mean? And they'll all get deported back. You said they were better, Paul, while the Irish lads smoked. Yeah, I did say that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, of course I did. I've worked with Irish lads. I'm an Irish lad myself. I smoke myself, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. You like the kid being left on his own in the house. You have a great time doing the show on your own. I do, yeah. I do have a good time on my own. Handle that well, Paul. Fair play. Oh, no problem. Yeah. Did you see the news? It's not the Ukrainian people we worry about. Yeah. Paul, did you see the new Chinese facelift shop that just opened in town? It's called Chin Too Fat. There's a one in, is it Monstrevan? No. What's the one? Oh, they used to have the bad bend in Abbey Leaks. Abbey Leaks, isn't it? Yeah, there's one in Abbey Leaks. They go through Abbey Leaks and it's called Soon Fat. SOONFAT. Yeah, Soon Fat. Burritos everywhere. Little Kino. Who's going to cook our kebabs as the Muslims go home? Where will I get my hair cut or buy a vape? Yeah. Come in and tell you, I've been eating kebabs from Abu Kebab since I was a young fella. You know what I mean? There was never any Muslims making them then. I'll then sort that out first, Paul. Okay. And the Irish don't want to work spiel. Nonsense. It's not nonsense, Sean. Seriously, it's not fucking nonsense, mate. There's a lot of people that don't want to work. A lot of them that are well able to work. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people who would earn less. You know what I mean? Okay, grand. There's a man that has 5 kids. He's getting the same as what a man that's working is getting. You know what I mean? He's getting benefits. He's getting everything else. That's why they don't want to work. It's not that they don't want to. It doesn't make sense for them to go to work and get less money and less benefits. You know what I mean? That's why they don't want to work. And yeah, okay, they're right in that way, aren't they? You work 40 hours minimum wage, you get $3.50, 50 gone on transport and lunch, you're working for €50. There you go. This is what I'm saying to you. You don't work, you get 250 quid on the labour or whatever it is. If you have a couple of kids, you get whatever for them, and a missus, you get whatever for them. So you're getting the wage. You know what I mean? I seen a Ukrainian, or not Ukrainian, Roma gypsy. I said this before on the show. A Roma gypsy walking out of the post office, my post office, with 935 quid for a week. And I says to the girl, I said, 935? That's nothing, she says. He gets carer's allowance for his wife as well. So that's another whatever. And I don't know what that is, 130 quid or something on top of that. That's a different payment. And then he has 7 kids, I think. I think he gets 4 or 8 kids. I think he gets 1,400 quid a month then, children's allowance. So that's 3,600. That's 3,600. Okay. And 35, that's 3,720 a month for 4 weeks. Plus 1,400 is 5,000. Nearly 6 grand a month. So there's men working not getting that. There's men working only getting 3.5 grand a month. You know what I mean? Like, come on. This is why they're milking it. I'm looking for a painter to paint the house and I can't get one. Send me a text. I know a painter. I know everyone. Off subject, but did you see the poor 20-year-old girl in Brazil doing the bungee jump? Nobody toiled her on before they threw her off. No way. Just no. You don't do them things. They're mental things to be doing. Same as parachute jumps. Like, there's only boards should be up there. Unless you're in a plane, you shouldn't be up there. Only boards should be. You know what I mean? So these thrill seekers just really get on my nerves, like, you know. And that's a fact. No such thing as free lunch in my experience. Yeah. Cheap immigrant labour is why all the shops have Indians, not because the Irish don't want to work. Well, I'm telling you now, the guy told me yesterday that he had, like, his wages was good wages. Exactly like you said, Paul. Everyone has an arsehole. I could never settle just living off the fat of the land. We are the Irish people. Our generation will start installing proper ethics into your youth. Yeah, we have the youth wing of Ireland Force that we are trying to do that. I'll paint your house, lol. Yeah. More chins than China. Noel McCollum is right. they might be nice, but at the end of the day, it's Ireland for the Irish. This is our country. No, I agree. Pop Boys in Blanchardstown is halal. They're getting scholarships for PhDs and masters paid. PhDs can bring family. They know how to milk the system. That's what's happening here. They know how to milk the system. Okay, I've just got a message there saying, okay, yeah, just got a message saying that's been verified in, so I'm going to play it. And then there's pictures I'll show you in a while. Jesus Christ, them pictures are horrific. Poor kids. Okay, I'm going to play this. Okay, this is from John Malloy. Okay, he had sent it in to me a while ago, and I said I wouldn't play it until it was verified. And he's told me there the mother has it up and it's been verified. So I'm going to play this. Just give me the thumbs up there if you have sound.
It was a glorious day from the Green Isle of Éire. What a beautiful day. But what's happening around the country is not quite as beautiful. And I don't like coming on like this, but last night, and before I go any further this, we have the receipts of this. Up in Mullingar, 2 young ladies, 18 to 20 years of age, went out for a night, as girls do and as boys do, with their friends to a local music venue, having a bit of fun, having a beer or whatever the case was, and just enjoying life. Work hard. The 2 girls work hard. They both work in a local nursing home as carers. It's a hard job, and my heart goes out to them that one. It really is a hard job, as I've done it. But throughout the night in a local music venue, the 2 girls were harassed by 2 gentlemen who kept asking, can we sit down here? Can we sit down here? Can we sit down here? The girls were with their friends and they didn't want anybody sitting with them, to be honest. I will put in this stage that again, we have the receipts for this, that the 2 gentlemen in question here were non-national. I'm led to believe that they were Lithuanian, but all I do know is they were definitely non-national. Throughout the night, the gentleman kept pursuing and kept insisting and all that. But after getting, shall we say, the amount of their company, the girls, when the night was over, about 12:30, went down the road and into the local chipper where they get maybe the 3-in-1 or whatever they get, the curry chips, whatever the case. And having a bit of crack again. And lo and behold, the 2 gentlemen came in behind them and started harassing them again in the chipper. The details of all there, it's all there on CCTV footage from the chipper. One of the gentlemen, and I'm going to put down here as assailants because this is what happened. One of the gentlemen spat, called one of the girls a bitch and spat in her face and then punched her in the eye socket. The photographs are there, they're up online already, clean to be seen. The other girl, in her defense of her friend, turned around and said, what did you do that for? She was punched so hard that it knocked her to the ground. And she thinks she was actually knocked unconscious because she woke up in a daze. The guards were called. While the guards were being called, the 2 gentlemen decided to leg it across to the casino. They've done their damage. They did what they wanted to do. Guards were called, the guards went over to the casino, and now it's in the hands of the Garda. And I'm going to put this out there that, well, we know what that means. They're non-national, they'll get away with this again. They always, always do. People say to me, oh my God, this is terrible. We didn't know this was happening. Oh my God. It's not until it comes to your door that you realize it's happening. These 2 girls have got to go into work tomorrow with a swollen lip, swollen jaw, swollen eye socket. My heart goes out to them. My heart, I've daughters a little bit older than this, but my heart goes out to them. Has it gone to the stage that our youth, our kids, our future can't go outside their door? Is it gone to the stage that those 2 girls now mental health wise, are afraid to go outside their door, are afraid to walk up through Mullingar? Is it gone to that? Folks, we know how this has all come about. We were up in Sligo yesterday. You've probably seen the videos we put up online. If not, go onto my page, or indeed John Callan's page, Corky, and you'll see them on his page or Dermot's page. It's out there in front of us. There's about 320 sleeper cells of non-nationals in this country. Think about that. Think about that. Folks, we can't allow this to continue happening. You know, we've got to do something to reverse this. Immigration, get them out, get Irish back from Australia, New Zealand and everything else, but we need as many Irish here as possible. At the rate we're going to be a minority in our own country within 5 to 10 years. I'll be probably dead by then, but my kids won't be. So folks, this is what's happening out there. I asked the ladies in question if I mind if I expose this. They said, no, John, please work away. I am now exposing that this is happening throughout the Greenland of Éire, our country. I'm asking you all to look after your family, look after your friends, look after your community, look after your neighbours, and look after the homeless. God bless you all. And we'll talk to you very soon with an upcoming rally that's going to be an all-Ireland rally to waken up the country and get rid of the parasites. God bless you.
There's the picture of that young lady. That's one of them there. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, look at that child. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, if that was my child, I'd be looking for those two blokes tonight. I'm telling you now, they would not be walking. That's just a video. Yeah. Jesus, that's disgusting. So this is what we're living in, guys. This is what we're living in. Yeah. Yeah. Instagram. Oh, that's him. I had a video. Anthony's video. Where is it? Okay, yeah, I want to share this as well here. This is the protest for the 27th. As I said, I won't be here, so it doesn't really affect me. But there it is there. Garden Remembrance. National Rally for Ireland. 2 p.m. the 27th of June. The Garden Remembrance. We don't know who the speakers will be, but we can probably guess. Okay, what would you guess? Would you guess Malachy Steenson will be one? Gavin Pepper will be another. Taya Mercer will be another. Maybe Elaine Mullally if she decides to come up and sit with the riffraff. Tom McDonald, I'd say, is another one. Who else could we have? That's 5. Maggie Diamond is another one, probably, I'd say. Yeah. That's 6. I can only think of 6 off the top of my head there. Oh, Herman Kelly. He'll be another one. Yeah, Herman Kelly. That'll be 7. That'll be enough speakers. And then whoever else they can muster in, like, you know what I mean? But as I said, I won't be here. I'm away with the kids. I'm camping. So, yeah, but I'd say that'll be the main speakers. Definitely. The ones who spoke to it. I bet you Alan Fagan doesn't get called up. Then again, he might, because I just said that. Because, again, Alan, there was lies told about Alan the same way there was lies told about us, you know, so you don't get up there. Jerome really, she was probably talking when she should have been listening. You know, Irish women need to have Irish male company accompany them on a night out, or let their men folk know exactly where they are going. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Who's housing them? Exactly. They're somewhere. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be honest with you, these are driving. These probably had a Mercedes or a Jeep around the corner, full of gargle, don't give a shit. There's no insurance, there's no tax, they crash it, they just walk away. End of story. Yeah. Good God. Glue Graham, good evening. Good evening, yes. Good evening. RIP to the Irish, yes. Hi from Leinster. Thank you for this. No problem. Dennis Kerr, I feel like selling up and saying, fuck that, we're getting sold. I'm going to be honest with you. I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. Moving to Poland, like, you know what I mean, or Hungary or somewhere like that. That's not an option for me. Like, I'd love to just pack up and fuck off to Spain, or, well, Spain's gone shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's either Russia, Hungary, or Poland. You know what I mean? They're the three safest countries in the world at the minute. Like, you know what I mean? There's no migration. You know what I mean? There's no illegal immigration in any of them countries. So the crime is virtually zero. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but that's great for me to go there, but I'm leaving 3 vulnerable kids here. You know what I mean? To put up with this shit. Sorry, I have to be here to look after my kids. You know what I mean? That's, as I said, it's not an option. No. We need to stay and fight for the country. What you said, where have all the men gone? Too much fluoride in the water. Tom, Herman, and Malachy Shills. Yeah, well. Will we be having the uninvited? No. We have only 2 choices: fight or be controlled. And I'm afraid to say that at this moment in time, we are being controlled. Yeah. Teeny Crown, I wouldn't my bollocks stand with these Jew parasites. Well, I'm not saying that. We worry for our children. Well, that's who I worry for, Colin. You know what I mean? That's, like, you know what I mean? Like, all my mates are granddads. You know what I mean? And their kids are old enough to look after themselves. Mine are 3 babies. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, we can't move, Paul. We have to fight for our land. Yeah, I agree. Still no sound. I might have to be waffling there. No, there is sound. John Flynn, I think a lot of people, social worker payments, will start working because they will lose payments and rent allowance. They will be, yes, that's exactly what it is, John. That's exactly what. And listen, I'm not giving out about people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's the problem here. Like, you know what I mean? Serbia, Slovakia, Croatia, and Hungary are about the safest. Well, mostly free of third world immigrants. Yeah. Fergus Power. It is an all-Ireland rally for an all-Ireland for all rally. Same bunch of fame, hungry, self-serving shams who will tell you that the Gardaí are on our side while they beat the fuck out of our people. Fuck off. Man, Ferg, don't mince your words wherever you do, brother. We in Derry worry so much from the Bogside to the Cregan and Glennowan. As a whole, we are united. Yeah, Sheepdog, Paul, Steens and McDonald and the rest got elected in fairness. Are you suggesting they are dishonest of endeavour, is it? I don't know what you're talking about. Pepper, Steens and McDonald and the rest got elected. Who's the rest? What are you talking about? I just gave you out the list of the people who'll be speaking. What do you mean? I didn't suggest anyone was dishonest. Don't know what you're talking about there, Sheepdog. Yeah. But I'll be honest, I wouldn't stand with Tom McDonald. So Tom McDonald sits with loyalists. You know? He was with Tommy Robinson, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So, and if you look back to the 12th of July last year, there was a picture circulating all last year. You have a look through that and see who else was sitting with loyalists. I'm not saying anything about it, but it's there in black and white on the 12th of July. King Billy's Day, you know? So you go and have a look at it there, Sheepdog, if you want. I've no interest in any of these people, to be honest with you. How's the new crime website going? Yeah, loads of stuff came into it during the week, yeah. Yeah, loads of stuff. I'd say this thing now in whatever it'll be added in as well. Yeah, with 16 last week, I think up to that. I haven't checked with Anthony now to see what was in for this week, like, you know what I mean? Slovakia is not bad as the rest of Europe. Might fucking sell up, move to the summer of the year, come back with a tan and pretend to be a migrant, free gaff, car, healthcare. Yeah, that's all I'm working on my tan now. I'm walking around the gaff, I'm walking around the backyard, and you know what I mean? Yes, sir, Paul, I hear you, brother. The aliens are going to come. We, the Irish, will be best of friends with Somalians in war against the Greys. Okay. Not interested in marching again unless we are going to do something constructive on the day. Drew Cook, That's exactly. I was talking to Ferg today about this, and I said it about these marches and the whole lot. Okay, unless the country is being shut down, these marches are achieving nothing. Okay, I'm sorry, they're achieving nothing. Okay, the ones we did outside Tussla and the whole lot, brilliant, because it was highlighting Tussla and the whole lot. This government don't give a shit about 40,000 people marching from the Garden of Remembrance to someone brought it to my attention as well tonight. It's the 27th, not the same day as the Gay Pride March in Dublin. Let me just Google that. There now. We'll see. Gay Pride March, Dublin. Hey. 2026. Okay. Ah, yes. Same day. There you go. Oh. There you go. Yeah. One story, many voices. Scala Mackle. Yeah. That's that one. The Pride Festival starts from the June 24th to June 28th. Yeah. I'm just going to share this just to show you. Okay. But there you go. Dublin Pride March and Parade, the 2026, Saturday, June 27th. Register now for, yeah, okay, I'm going to open it there now and I'll show you what's there. Not interested in marching again. I'm the same, Drew, but I'm away, so I don't really care. But there you go. I'll show you this. One story, many voices. There you go. Pride nights at the Button Factory and Opium. These are all going on over the thing. And then on the 27th, Dublin Pride March and Parade 2026, Saturday the 27th of June. I wonder how that's going to fare out. Are they all going to head in and march with, we could all march with Pride that day. We could have our tricolours and they could have their flags. But yeah, it's the same day. So I don't know how that is going to work. Or maybe that was planned, that it could be a nightmare for the Gardaí. The Gardaí know the gays aren't going to cause any trouble. So it won't make a blind bit of difference. Drew Cook, not interested. Yeah, exactly, Ferg. Ferg, go on. Lol, Ferg. Yeah, lol, Ferg. Tell us how you really feel. That's one thing about Ferg. Ferg doesn't hold back. Ferg will tell you exactly how he feels. I'm not leaving my homeland as like of us Indigenous Irish born. Like, again, Ferg will tell you how it is and Ferg will tell you what he means and tells you the truth. Listen, people know what happened with me and other people involved in whatever these protests and everything else. They know what was said, what was made up, and these people push this, yet still friends of mine and still talk to these people, you know, still are around these people. I don't want to be around these people at all. These people are sucking all the good energy out of me. Fuck, 10 names. 100% Paul. Yeah. Mock Christianity. No, sorry. These people are part of the system. I'm washing my hair that day. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to play this video of this woman. This woman is brilliant. Yeah. This is this Cannon fella being confronted. I just play this. I have a couple more videos before we finish. Listen to this lady. This lady's brilliant. Just full screen.
People. Okay, can you go, please? I'm sure a lot of you are aware of the name Cannon. Cannon is a migrant in Ireland, and he keeps making videos telling other migrants to strap up and throw sugar and boiling hot water over the Irish people. He keeps calling us racist while living off the state. Someone found out where Cannon lives and confronted him. Take a listen.
You hate Irish people so much. I don't understand the way you're speaking on lives. There's people threatening you. Big time, and you know that.
Did you open my door a minute ago?
I knocked on your door.
Okay.
Right, so
It's midnight.
I don't care. I'm after being on TikTok and I can see that Irish people should be paying you taxes.
Sorry? Why are you at my door at 12 midnight?
Because I live one floor below with a 12-year-old daughter, and you have been removed from your last property because of racism, being shot up and being housed here.
No, that's false information.
Well, then why is it in the Irish Independent?
Where is it? Can you show me?
Oh, I will show you.
Please.
And another thing, we've also seen strapping of migrants. You know the North has seen what you've said. There's
Sorry, I have to
people.
go. I have a newborn baby.
Yeah, I know who your baby is, and I know who you are.
I have a newborn
I am asking you to not bring trouble to this apartment block.
Can I
You
close?
can record me as much as you want.
Can I close my door, please?
You can close your door when you stop your racism towards Irish people.
Can you go, please?
I will go. Can you explain yourself? Can you tell me why you do this?
Can you go, please?
Why do you do this?
Sorry, can you?
Why
leave my
are
door?
you doing this? This apartment complex have no issue with migration,
can you leave
have
my
no
door?
issue with anybody.
I don't know
You are the one who's spouting venom all over
Sorry,
the
I
internet
don't
about
know
Irish
you.
people.
I don't know you.
Throw hot water and boiling water in Irish people's faces, telling migrants to strap up.
Sorry, can you leave
You're
my door?
after seriously fucking with the wrong person. I am not going to live here and accept
Can you leave my
that
door,
you
please?
can when you
Sorry.
stop your racism towards Irish people.
Okay, can you go, please?
I'm sure a lot of you are aware of the name Cannon. Cannon is a migrant in
Fair play to that girl, I have to say. And listen, a couple of men should have up there and told him, listen, get out of here. You're not wanted here anymore. End of story. They should be going to get onto the council now and say they want him out of there. He's a racist and he's against the Irish people. That's what needs to be happening. Okay, I just got her long. This is 8 minutes. She fucked around and see what's this now. Oh, it's 8 minutes long. I think that could be for Wednesday now, to be honest with you. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, they didn't send through to me, Anthony. They didn't send through to me. Just saying, Anthony said, I couldn't send it from the other one. Oh, I tried. Just bear with me there. Anthony Casey. Yeah. What's that? There we go. We done a poll there earlier. Yeah, who wants to see Shinadina County Patrols? There's 95% of people who polled. Yeah. I'm looking here, Anthony, and where are the videos there? I did pull them down. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me just have a look here. Yeah. Yeah, your one didn't pull down, Anthony, but I will pull down the other one there. I'm just going to actually send your one on and play it through WhatsApp, so bear with me. Anthony Casey. Obviously, you're looking for something you never played and find it. Yeah, how's that one done? Yeah. Yeah. It's not letting me forward it, Anthony. Okay. I know why now. I'll forward it now. But yeah, Anthony did a video about God being taken out of everywhere. And it was a very good one, I have to say. So I'm going to actually... Okay, I'm going to play it here now. Okay. I'm going to just run to the toilet. Okay. I'm going to share the screen. No. Right, guys, I'm going to play this. And this is, I'm being honest with you, this is bang on the money. Bang on money.
Let me run this one by you, okay? The reason why I think that they're trying to remove God from the equation, when I say they, I mean the globalists, the elitists, the WEF, is that they want you to forget about a couple of things. One is to devalue human life, make everything materialistic, even though there's no proof for it. You push that propaganda hard on people, then eventually enough people take it on board after a certain amount of years. Same with the ideas of, let's say, abortion, or what we see now, transgenderism in all the TV shows and schools. They did that with atheism for the last 50 years. The reason why is that they want you to forget about God and everything that happens. If they remove God, then the state gives you every right you have. And they want you to forget that you have God-given rights. God-given right to freedom of speech, a God-given right to freedom of movement, a God-given right to have a family, to have a home, to be able to access these things in life. They've taken that away. That's what they've done. So, in order to realize that that's what this propaganda is about,
now we try to go beyond the God of the Bible and create inorganic life, something he never managed to do.
you have to remember that, and they have to remove God out of the picture for them to become gods of your life and every aspect of your life. That's why you're a carbon commodity now. That's why when you go to the airport and you purchase a ticket, you see your carbon consumption per person. That's why these carbon taxes are coming in now. This is why you have to expect less, own nothing, and be happy. We'll ease restrictions for modular homes so that when everyone we bring in has a house, we can let you have a modular home in your backyard. But we're going to rise property taxes and services and all to coincide with that. This is why you want 10-minute towns, 15-minute cities, because you no longer have freedom of movement. We'll control all that. We'll get everyone on the electrical grid. Remove God devalues life. You can get through the idea of abortion en masse, full term, what they're pushing in every country in the Western world. They need less of a population so that they can control it easier. That's where we are. And there was a split, and the split over the last 5 years, it hasn't changed a whole lot. Some people have kind of realized, most people haven't, by and large. So here we are, people are desensitized now to stabbings and to everything going on because, well, there is no God. Human life is not intrinsically valuable. Like, there should have been more of a stir for these things. We should be more stirred up when someone gets hurt or stabbed to react proactively so that doesn't happen again. There should be more of a stir when we see that medical malpractice and abortion are the leading causes of death. Well, one, that's because we have a lot of people with fake qualifications now working in the health sector.
90% from India contain fraudulent documents or involve unqualified applicants. And finance law enforcement in India claim it has uncovered a network of universities that produce fake degrees.
And two, because we push the propaganda of feminism and we devalued human life with propaganda also into the schools, into the college system. You can't argue with these people. Remove God, you remove your God-given rights. And that's what they're trying to get into your head. They need that done so they can roll out the credit system. And the credit system is the mark of the beast. And if you're wondering about that, then you just read from 2,000 years ago when there was no such thing as chips, how they said that in your right hand or your forehead, in order to buy and sell, one world government would have to introduce a cashless society that you can only make a living or buy or sell with a chip. Think about the times that was written in, the technology, and where we are right now today. And before there was any mention of that, Christians were on edge since COVID rolled out to what was going on, and a little bit before that too, with a few of the votes coming through. Netanyahu just said there last week,
Jesus Christ has no advantage over Genghis Khan. Because if you are strong enough, ruthless enough, powerful enough, evil will overcome good.
These guys in the World Economic Forum, your celebrities, your TDs, your prime ministers, were all in Epstein Island, where the temples are there to Baal. And who is Baal? Well, he's who they sacrificed kids to thousands of years ago. They weren't pagan gods. The pagan gods are the fallen demonic. So remember why they're getting rid of certain books in the Bible and why they're trying to get rid of God from your life, from society, because you get rid of the God-given rights that you have, and don't let them get rid of them.
Mike off. He's bang on the money there with that. I have to say, they are taking away our God-given rights. That's what they're trying to do. We have inalienable rights as well that are given to us from God. They want that taken away from us. Your inalienable rights are the best, are the most rights you have. Nobody can take your inalienable rights away from you. And that's what they're trying to do. There's a friend of mine there, Mark Laidlaw, was doing all that stuff about the inalienable rights. I was supposed to get him on and the whole lot. I think we do need to talk about stuff like that, because we need to go back and take the judicial system back and the whole lot. I'm not getting a thing in my eye there. I don't know what the bleeding hell that is. But yeah. So yeah, no, Anthony was right there, I have to say. This one, hang on, let me see that one. Yeah, I have another video there I want to play about a young man called Aaron Donovan. Okay, I'm just going to play this one. I'm here. He's from Limerick.
Hi guys, just wanted to come on and make a quick video. This young lad here above in the corner here, his name's Aaron Donovan. Aaron was in an accident there last year. He's only 22 years of age. He was left paralysed from the waist down. We're doing a fundraiser on the 9th of August to try and raise money for Aaron, and we greatly appreciate all the support. There's an iDonate page there where you can actually come out on the day. We're looking to see if we can get influencers out there as well, and if anyone wants to donate, there's a couple of businesses have already donated services, and they've also donated money to this young lad. Be greatly appreciated, lads. He's a good young lad, always done good for his community, not a troublemaker at all, and we'd like if we could all pull together and help him out. Thanks a million, guys.
If you could help that guy out, I'm going to see, can I get the GoFundMe there? Anthony, I know you're listening. If there is a GoFundMe page, will you post it up to me there and I can throw it into the comments? Yeah, fair play to that chap. That's Adrian O'Sullivan there that's running that for him. Poor kid. See, this is what happens. Accidents like that, your lives are shattered. Do you know what I mean? It's just terrible. Cowardly cunt Cannon using his baby against a woman. Imagine if some lads turn up Cannon fodder. Lads, I'm going to be honest. I know lads, I said it a few minutes ago, lads turn up there that's playing right into their barrel. You know what I mean? Let's be honest about it. The racism card kicks in then and he wins. You know? Go through the council. Get him out of there. You don't want them living there. Like, it's like the Roma families. You don't want them living there. You just complain that your life... No, it's being serious. You need to complain to your councils. It's no good going up. I know that lady has had a fill of it in the whole lot and she wanted to go up and confront them the whole lot. Go to the councils. If enough people in the block complains about his racism and everything else, he will be moved on somewhere else. I think he should be moved back to fucking Jamaica myself now, to be honest with you. He's a scumbag as far as I'm concerned. A race-baiting scumbag. The leprechaun, that's why they pushed the baby formula. And that thing there with Aaron, Shin and Adina will be pushing that as well. We will be pushing that out on the websites and everywhere else. So if you can log into Shin and Adina, you'll see that there. We put it all out with Shin and Adina. Shin and Adina will be getting behind Aaron 100% behind this for August. That's a horrible fucker. Bill Gates is an absolute bastard. The shit he's involved in. Yeah. Speaking of the shit he's involved in, I got that there? Yes, the Dutch courtroom. Okay, I'm going to play this. Okay, this is Bill Gates. This is about vaccines. This is about a bioweapon. This is 6 minutes long. Watch it till the end and we'll finish up then, okay?
I will start with the statement of Joseph Sansone. It is based on the sworn statement of the late Professor Dr. Francis Boyle, who has determined and concluded. Professor Boyle is the greatest authority in the field of bioweapons legislation. He is the author of it. So he knows what is legally meant by it. He knew like no other, that the COVID-19 mRNA injection is a bioweapon. He has also made that loud and clear to the world, known, after which, despite being in good health, he passed away shortly after he had declared himself willing to give testimony under oath about this in court. The core of Professor Boyle's argument is that the COVID-19 mRNA injections contain derivatives of illegal military gene function research. As a result, the COVID-19 injections qualify, by definition, as a military biological weapon system. A bioweapon, in other words. This bioweapon consists of two integrated components: the pathogenic load and the delivery mechanism. It is beyond doubt that the pathogenic load is the product of illegal gene or function research. Boyle refers to this, to an article in the scientific journal Nature Medicine, of which I have included the link in this plea note. If you open that link, you will immediately read the warning that true scientists believe that an animal is the most likely source of the coronavirus. You will also immediately know that what is called the new normal, true scientists, are not scientists, but faith fanatics. These are the scientists behind whom the respondents hide. The article in Nature Medicine that Boyle reports on was published in 2015, and the title reads, translated, "A cluster of circulating coronaviruses in bats, similar to SARS, shows potential for human infection." I present to you what the summary of this research included in the article reveals. It states, based on these findings, we have synthetically created an infectious, fully SHC014 recombinant virus developed and demonstrated robust viral replication, both in vitro and in vivo. So it states, we researchers have created a SARS-like coronavirus with a spike protein optimized for human infection. I cannot provide a better example of illegal gain of function research. And who wrote that article from 2015? Among others, researchers affiliated with UNC Chapel Hill and the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Wuhan, yes, Wuhan. You know, where according to the official narrative, people suddenly dropped dead on the street when COVID-19 broke out because there was a bat mutated. The spike protein, the pathogenic payload of the bioweapon, is the result of this research. So it's not about a natural spike protein, but an illegally developed, synthetically made pathogen that has been optimized for human infection. The spike protein mRNA, with the instructions to human cells to produce this very pathogenic spike protein, is one of the two crucial building blocks of the COVID-19 bioweapon. Now, the delivery system, the NLPs, you know, the nanolipid particles that encapsulate the mRNA payload and deliver it into the interior of the cells. The propaganda term for this is fat globules, as if we're talking about something as harmless as a stick of butter. What did Boyle declare about it? Boyle declared that it is actually about a nanotechnology-enhanced delivery platform. This technology is, as Boyle declared, paid for, developed, financed, and conceived by the Pentagon and its research institute, DARPA. This technology platform, nanotechnology platform, was not an afterthought. Dr. Boyle points out that the virus itself was aerosolized and engineered with nanotechnology from the very beginning. This indicates a long-term program aimed at the application of advanced delivery systems, and this technology has been used in the COVID-19 injections. Boyle determined that the NLP delivery system in the injections is the result of a specific teacher-sponsored program for nanotechnological biological weapons. In the presentation by Sansone, you can read further about the legal implications of this. It is also argued that Gates and Borla qualify as suspects of crimes against humanity as defined in the Rome Statute concerning the International Criminal Court.
Well, folks, there you have it. That's a court in Holland who are going ahead with these charges against Gates and Borla. And as he said, Francis Boyle died under mysterious circumstances only I think it was only a few months ago. Another murder government's got away with. That's what happens. I don't believe viruses exists and there is no passing diseases. We know that. We know that. Sorry, John Langan, what did you say there? Sorry, John. You said something like that. There's no... Okay, John Langan. Yes, the jabs are toxic, but the gain of function narrative is complete nonsense. I don't know. I think there was gain of function research going on there, definitely, because it was supposed to be stopped in 2017 and it wasn't. So they were still doing gain of function research there. Link, Paul. Link for that. Is the link for that actual thing? Where did I get that? I downloaded that off somewhere today. Send me a message into the WhatsApp group and I'll forward you on the link after the show. Up the rad, bud. Yeah. Many thanks, Paul. Good night, all. Good night, all, John. Fair play to you. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to close that there. I'm going to close that shite to Pride. How big is that? I'll play that on Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all right there with them. Let me just get my picture back up again. Okay, if you can, please do buy us a coffee. I'll just share that there again while we're here. If you can, please do buy us a coffee before I finish off, or even after I finish off. So that's it there. I'll make it smaller for you. That's it. Yeah. And I'll put this in here as well. No, let's not do that. That's the donate button for that guy, that young fella. Anthony already put it in there. The Gale Force Media put it in. So, yeah. And now, thank you everyone who, thanks everyone who come online there. Jesus Christ, we've 800 there now at the minute. Fair play to everyone. Nice one. Fair play. The numbers are going back up again. Maybe we're not getting shadow banned, or maybe people like me more than on my own. Yeah. Yeah, don't let Orla know. I'll text Orla and tell her, oh, Jesus, Orla, you're not missed. Paul's great on his own. He does great work. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing that there. And I'm going to fix me lines. The old lines aren't right. Yeah. Thank you very much for everyone who tuned in and anyone who bought a coffee or anyone who revoluted a few quid in there for a coffee. Thank you so much. Let's just read in through here. It's thought this military operation bioweapon dates back to 1950. Yeah, they've been going a long time. Like, and there's patents and all there. John Laggett, not saying there's no gain of function research, just that it's nonsense. Okay. The rainbow flag is in the bathroom with the other ass paper. My kids, my young one came into me the other day and she says, I have to get a towel, and she picked up a towel out of the thing, and she picked it up, and she looked at me, and I looked at it. It was a rainbow towel. Her aunt had bought it for her. She said, get fucking rid of that. I said, don't even have that. Somebody posted up a thing there in a minute ago, something about Tayam. Do you not trust them or something? You were talking to Sheepdog or something like that. Do you not trust them? And somebody just sent this in to me. Have a look. I'm just going to share this screen just before I go. Okay. This was from 2018. International Diversity Leadership Awards. Congratulations, Teo Mercer and Mercer Innovation Enterprise for advancing an inspirational platform where diversity and inclusion thrives. See you Saturday, July 28 at the Hilton Dublin Airport. Congratulations, Teo Mercer, Irish man Trevor. That's who that's from. You have been nominated for the 2018 International Diversity Leadership Award, Saturday 28th. So there you go. I don't know what that means. But that's what was sent in to me. Okay, just okay. The rainbow, down the shit. Okay, that's 6 minutes long, but you wouldn't play the video I sent because it was 8 minutes long. Which one was 8 minutes long? See, I have stuff. What happens here, John? I have stuff ready to go. You know what I mean? I have stuff that I'm going to use, and stuff that comes in here then is like an extra bit that I put in, or I'll chop and change it. You know what I mean? It was 8 minutes. I'm gone over now. You know what I mean? So I will play it on Wednesday. Don't you worry. I will play it. Don't worry, John. Great show tonight, Paul. God bless all. Thanks very much, John. Colin. And many people worried in Derry. I don't know. Colin will tell you, a man's a man, and that's all of that. Scottish poet Robbie Burns. Yeah. R.I.P. Emmanuel Godson. May he rest in peace. God bless him. Lads, ladies, thank you very much for everyone who tuned in tonight, and anyone who bought a coffee, and anyone who contributed, putting in messages and sending me in videos. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. And I will talk to you all on Wednesday, please God. So like I say, every night when I'm leaving, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose, and it defends itself. Good night, and God bless.
Thank you.